Hey everyone, ready to dive into the world of, well, robots.
Always ready for robots.
You know, I think everyone is these days, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like, it's one thing to have, like, your Roomba doing its thing, like vacuuming around your feet.
Yeah.
But, like, it's a whole other thing to imagine working side by side with a humanoid robot every day.
Oh yeah. That's a future we're moving towards.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to explore today. We're taking a deep dive into Mentibot, this cutting-edge humanoid robot that's designed not just to do tasks, but to actually learn and adapt like a human.
Like an apprentice.
Yeah, right. Like an apprentice. I love that. And the best part is we've got the inside scoop for you guys. Straight from Menti Robotics, their website, blog posts, all their stuff.
Yeah, behind the scenes access.
It's like a backstage pass to the future of robotics.
Exactly.
So we're going to, break down the tech, look at the philosophy behind Mentibot, and explore how it's already making waves in the real world.
Some really interesting applications already.
So much to uncover. But first, let's talk about the hardware, because like Mentibot version 3.0, they've really upped their game.
Oh yeah, they've made some significant improvements.
Like those custom-built actuators, 3 times stronger than the competition. I mean, imagine a robot coworker that can lift like 3 times what you can.
No more backaches for us.
Right. Sign me up. And not just strength, but better sensors too.
Much better. So Mentibot can see its surroundings in much greater detail. It can sense touch with more sensitivity.
So it's not just bumping into things clumsily?
No grace and precision.
Okay, so we've got the brawn, but what about the brains? Enter the foundation model.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, because like how do you even teach a robot?
Yeah.
Like it's not just programming anymore. It's like this whole other level of learning.
It is, and Shalev Schwartz, the company's co-founder, he explains it really well. He talks about this blend of learning from data, so like absorbing info from language and images.
Ah, okay. So like reading and looking at pictures.
Yeah, exactly. And then combining that with learning from experience.
So it's actually doing things and learning from those actions.
Exactly. Not just following instructions, but like actually learning by doing just like we do.
That's mind-blowing. But okay, so they train it in a virtual world, right? Like simulations and stuff.
Right, because you can't exactly drop a robot into the real world and say, go learn right.
Too many variables.
Too many variables, exactly. It could be dangerous.
Right, so how do they bridge that gap between the virtual training and the real-world application?
That's where Sim to Real comes in. They train it in these incredibly realistic simulations and then transfer those skills to real-world tasks.
Okay, and how's that working out? I mean, is it actually successful?
Remarkably so. They've made huge strides in locomotion, dexterity, navigation, all using the Sim to Real technique.
Wow, I saw that video of Mentibot acting as a shopping companion. It was navigating a grocery store so smoothly, helping someone in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that's a great example of Sim to Real in action. And they're using NVIDIA Isaac Lab for all of this.
NVIDIA Isaac Lab. What is that?
It's a super advanced simulation platform built on something called the NVIDIA Omniverse. Think of it like a hyper-realistic virtual playground for robots where they can hone their skills.
Okay, so they're really like pushing the boundaries here.
Yeah.
But how do you even design a robot brain that can handle all this? I mean, learning, adapting new tasks, it's got to be incredibly complex.
It is, and that's where this whole concept of modular AI systems comes in. Lear Wolf, the CEO, he gave this fascinating lecture on it, basically saying that trying to train one giant AI to do everything is just not efficient.
So instead of one big brain, it's more like smaller, specialized modules.
Exactly. Each module has a specific function, and they can be combined and reconfigured for different tasks.
So it's like building with Legos. You can create all sorts of different things with the same set of blocks.
Precisely. And that's what makes Mentibot so adaptable and capable of handling those complex real-world situations.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm already like blown away by all this. We've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to explore. Yeah, it's like instead of having one giant Swiss Army knife of an AI, you have like a whole toolbox.
Right, and you can pick and choose the right tool for the job.
Exactly. It's so much more versatile. So we've talked about the tech now. Let's think about like the real world application.
Okay, yeah, like we've touched on elder care and retail. I mean, those seem to be the big ones.
Yeah, they are. They're really focusing on those areas.
Why those specifically, though?
Well, think about it. Like elder care, you need a robot that can provide physical assistance, help someone get around.
Yeah, of course.
But you also need a robot that can provide companionship, maybe even like meaningful conversation.
Oh, wow. So it's not just about like fetching things, it's about actual interaction.
Exactly. And that requires a level of dexterity perception and learning that previous robots just haven't been able to achieve.
So Mentibot could actually, like, engage with people on a personal level.
That's the goal. And it's not just elder care, like retail is another huge area.
But what can it do in a retail setting that, like, a regular robot can't?
Well, think about all the things a retail worker has to do: stocking shelves, helping customers, answering questions.
Oh, right. And Mentibot, with its dexterity and learning abilities, could actually handle those tasks.
And more, imagine it like personalizing the shopping experience for each customer.
Whoa. Okay, now that's a whole other level of retail therapy.
It is, but it goes beyond those two fields too. Healthcare, manufacturing, the possibilities are endless.
Okay, now you're getting me excited. I mean, imagine a Mentibot working alongside human employees in a warehouse or assisting surgeons in the operating room.
Exactly. The potential is enormous, but of course there are also some concerns, right?
Yeah, like job displacement. That's the big one everyone's worried about.
Right, and that's a valid concern. It's a conversation we need to be having now as these technologies are being developed.
Like, we need to figure out how to integrate robots into the workforce without putting people out of jobs.
Exactly. And also think about the ethical implications.
Right, like how do we ensure these robots are used responsibly and safely?
We can't just blindly embrace new technology without considering the consequences.
So where do we go from here? How do we navigate this whole, like, human-robot collaboration thing?
Well, I think education is key. We need to foster a better understanding of AI and robotics among the general public.
So people aren't just afraid of the unknown.
Right. The more people understand how these technologies work, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about their role in our lives.
And of course, the companies developing these technologies have a responsibility too.
Absolutely. They need to prioritize responsible development design and deploy robots in a way that's safe, ethical, and beneficial to society.
Yeah, like Menti Robotics seems to be doing a good job of that.
Yeah.
They're very transparent about their work and they're actively engaging in these ethical discussions.
Yeah, they are. From what I've seen, they seem to be approaching this thoughtfully.
It's definitely an exciting time to be witnessing all of this.
It is. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe one day we'll all have a Mentibot in our homes helping with the dishes or folding laundry.
I'd settle for one that could organize my desk. But seriously, the potential for robots to enhance our lives is incredible.
It is, absolutely. It's up to us to guide these advancements in a direction that benefits humanity.
Well said. And I think that's a great place to pause our Mentibot exploration for now. We've covered a lot of ground, but there's still more to discover. All right, so we're back and ready to wrap up our deep dive into Mentibot.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground.
We really have. But I feel like there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't talked about yet.
You're right. We've explored how Mentibot learns and adapts, but its connection to the virtual world goes even deeper.
Oh.
This is where the concept of digital twins comes in.
Okay, digital twins. Now that sounds interesting.
It is. Imagine like a virtual replica of a real-world environment, like a factory floor or a shopping mall, a perfect, detailed digital copy.
Just like a super high-tech simulation.
Exactly. And within the simulation, you can deploy a virtual version of Mentibot.
Oh, wow. So like a virtual robot in a virtual world?
Precisely. You can test out different scenarios, optimize workflows, even train the robot for new tasks, all within this safe digital space.
That's amazing. So you're essentially using the virtual world to make the real-world robot even better.
Exactly. And this is where Mentibot's unique ability to learn from both data and experience really shines.
Because it can take what it learns in the simulation and apply it to the real world.
Yes, and vice versa. The data collected by the real-world robot can be fed back into the simulation to refine the digital twin.
So it's like this constant loop of learning and improvement.
It is. It's blurring the lines between the virtual and the physical.
This is seriously blowing my mind. We've got this robot that's strong, agile, intelligent, and now it's a key player in this whole digital twin revolution.
It's a remarkable convergence of technologies, and it has the potential to change the way we design, build, and operate all sorts of things.
From factories to entire cities even.
Exactly. It's really exciting stuff.
It has been incredible exploring the world of Mentibot with you. It seems like Menti Robotics is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
They definitely are. But as we move towards a future where robots are more integrated into our lives, we need to remember that technology is a tool.
Right. It's up to us to use it wisely.
To ensure it benefits all of humanity.
Well said. I think that's a perfect note to end on. Thanks to everyone for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Mentibot. Until next time.